Welcome in to SpeedGaming 6 for this Game 3 between robjbeasley and Ticknaldo in the Link to the Past Casual Boots Tournament. The winner of this seed will move on to the finals of the tournament where they will face K8A, a wonderful runner who finished, who won his Game 3 yesterday. So we are hyped. I am Rocky12799. Joined today on comms by Mahoney19888. How are you today, Mahoney?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm doing good. Hope you do as well. So let's do some commentating.
All right, so we are ready to go. The runners have been given the go-ahead, and in the race room, we are green. So we should be starting in just 1 second here. And here we go.
So let's see. Rocky, what do you think? How long do the runners take for the escape sequence?
So these runners are both top tier runners, so I'm expecting probably right around 5 minutes for both. For those who aren't familiar with casual boots, they are obviously starting with the boots. They also have the sword, so that's why you can see them cutting the grass. The sword is invisible until we talk to Uncle.
Right, there it is now.
Yeah, that's something for casual viewers, so kind of a weird technical thing that happens. We see a full magic drop there. I don't know if that means we'll see bombs or not. And escape. Bombs obviously not. Bombs aren't needed for escape. We can get everything, but obviously we want to have some bombs before we make it to Kakariko to check all the items there. And it looks like we're on Rob's audio right now. Rob is using a Tales of Symphonia MSU pack today, and Ticknaldo is using a Xenoblade 2 MSU pack today. So we will hear hopefully both.
Oh, look at the nice sync. Ah, no sync anymore. Little bad RNG from Ticknaldo here, but doesn't matter too much, I guess.
No, we always joke about whoever, gets that like extra stuck in the head here in escape being, the winner. It's unsurmountable lead, but of course, just making fun. We do see 300, so have plenty of money for a bottle vendor, and we are resynced now, so.
Oh, look how nice Rob did hit the guard towards the door. So we can just collect the key and go ahead. Really nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. Very well done. Yes, in this chat points out, we are seeing Rocco there for Ticknaldo Sprite today. I always enjoy watching the Rocco Sprite run around Hyrule.
Oh, look at that thing. I love it. I'm pretty curious if we find something like a bow or gloves maybe for a little diversion after Kakariko.
Yeah, that's, this tournament has pretty much everybody has followed the same start, which is check Lumberjack Ledge, do the forest, do Kakariko. And then after that, we have had divergence. Somebody asks, it's mad how you don't have a lantern yet in the basement. You have a but you have a flashlight. Yep. That's just one of the quirks of the rando is that if we do a standard start, automatically have our little cone of a light here. Yep, it's just the way that it's programmed.
Yeah, the lamp is carried by the princess.
All right, let's see what's here in the back of Escape. We did pick up our first bottle in Dark Cross.
Moon Pearl. And hammer, full loaded.
All right, so we are 2/3 of our way to Dark World access before we get out of Escape. So, crazy. We'll talk about logic a little bit as we go. Items are placed logically so that you don't have to do any skips or any tricks to be able to win the seed. There is our bow and arrow. Very nice. And so you get what we call a progression item. See blue crystals on Desert and Hera and red on Eastern. Red pendant on Eastern.
A red pendant, right?
Yep.
So it's very likely one of the runners instantly runs to Eastern because you don't. No, of course. Sorry, I thought wrong.
It's okay.
Without the bow, you would go to Eastern because you can't full clear it, but you don't need if it's a pendant. You know what I mean?
Yep. So with the pendant, we don't need to clear Eastern. Both of these runners with the bow and arrow would be able to do the dark rooms. Oh, that is a mirror on the lumberjack ledge, which means, ladies and gentlemen, we have an Aga seed.
Is this confirmed?
So yeah, we're gonna. Well, I guess we won't know for sure until we get to the Dark World to confirm that we need to do Misery Mire. Or no, until
Swamp. You mean
swamp? I mean, and other and other mirror checks. I would be So we have a little bit of chance that it's not an Agassi, but with that mirror there, it definitely greatly increases our chance of a mirror seed.
That's right. Yes.
Did Rob pick up his shovel and then the tracker just ate the input? Yes, okay. There's our bomb pack.
Did Ticknaldo do some odd check which I missed because he's that far behind?
No, I think it was just Ticknaldo doubled back on the shovel, thought he was going to leave it, then went back to grab it. And then right there, what he did was the 50-50 bonk check to grab another bomb before coming into Kakariko. Since they hadn't picked up a bomb pack yet, outside the fortune teller said if you bonk that rock, you have a 50% chance of grabbing a bomb. And so if you see the runners do that when they don't have any bombs yet. So they each picked up one from the bird. And Rob chose to just use that one and head into Kakariko, where Ticknaldo went and did the 50-50 to grab a second one just to be safe.
Okay.
Yeah, and as Conan pointed out, Ticknaldo looked like he was headed to Eastern, changed his mind and went back to Sank, so that gave a little bit of front run to Rob as well. But I think Ticknaldo thought with that bow, like we said, he was going to go clear Eastern real quick, but then realized that it was a pendant and not a crystal, and so changed his mind about where he was headed.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have seen Cape be picked up. We have seen the book. And there's a nice master sword. That is something dangerous for the sick kid to be hiding under the bed. Probably not the best place to keep that.
Now we are one item away as well for Dark World access with Egger. So all we need now is a lamp. And Egger is in logic.
And no save and quit after the race game check, since they do have that shovel.
Yeah, that is something runners sometimes forget if they have an early shovel to grab for it. And then they have to come back later maybe. Or just skip it.
Yeah. It's early shovel check. You know, it was Quake, so we don't know if we'll need that yet, but that is always good to see those coins pop up sooner rather than later, hoping that we don't have to go hunt for whichever one we need. Let's see what the dam gives us today. Just a bomb pack.
Well, it's nice.
Yep. Yeah, not surprised to see Rob go ahead and grab that. Increase their bomb count just a little bit.
Well, I mean, they have already Master Sword, so mini moldoms are wanted. But even in this scenario, to throw a bomb on the left side is always nice, because most of the times you hit both of them and can maybe save 2 or 3 seconds. Oh, there's our lamp. No, it's Egger. Egger is in logic.
Yep, Egger's in logic, and we picked up our flippers there as well. So now we have Waterfall Cave and Zoro and Ledge all in logic. You know, if we can get enough money to pay Zora. Yesterday, the match that I called was the same way. They had access to Zora early on, but not. The seed was being super stingy with money, and it was quite a while till either runner got back to Zora, and Zora was holding our mids, so it was very important. We'll see what the rando gods have for us today. And there is the best boomerang in the game sitting on Lake Hylia Island.
The second best, you mean?
Interesting that robjbeasley save and quit there rather than going to check what's in the Zora area. Instead, he's choosing to head to Eastern.
Well, but you skip so much more. You skip the ledge, you skip the waterfall ferry. Not sure this is a nice game. But okay, you can do it.
Yeah. So somebody in chat asks how they were doing the water walk. So with the flippers in hand, if you edge run out of Ice Rod Cave and then jump into the water, you automatically use your flippers. But then when you jump down off that waterfall, you're jumping down a ledge, and it puts the water walk that you had stored from doing the edge run into play. And that is how you were able to water walk with the flippers.
And meanwhile, Ticknaldo skipped the checks as well and is already in Aghanim's tower.
Yep. He is gambling here.
Gambling. Yes. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the same thing you are. He's gambling that this is going to be the play, that mirror is going to be needed.
Yes. I guess it's super risky. So we have 7 unknown dungeons left, and 2 of them are pendants, and the odds are not too low that it is actually swamp.
Yeah.
And that means 3 to 4 minutes down the drain. Holy moly.
But we saw the red boomerang in Waterfall Ferry. We just had 20 rupees there on ledge, so let's see what Zora has for us today.
Nothing.
Scamfish. Scamfish. So the mystery, I don't automatically. Yep. It's about the way that to water walk you have to run on an edge, and so you do that coming in Ice Rod Cave. That's why you see kind of everybody move over to the right of the screen and run there, and that's what we call storing a water walk. To activate the water walk, you have to jump down screen off flat ledge. And that activates it. So I'm not 100% sure if I explained that correct. But yeah, it doesn't have to do with flippers. It has to do with the way that the programming is set up for the water walk itself. So Rob, over in the desert area with that book. Nothing in Agina. Nothing there on Desert Ledge. The difference between having the mirror make up that much of a time, even if not needed, no, not 4 minutes. It definitely is going to help him in certain spots. It's going to give him a few more checks, but it's not going to make up the full time, the full Egg Tower climb time. But we're going to know here.
Egga is spamming blue balls.
Yes, we forgot to play the game. I always forget the Egga game of how many blue balls he's going to throw at our runners.
Well, guess it gets 2-digit today. Maybe. Now he gets a little kinda.
We saw a big key. We saw a blue mail. That's a nice safety item for a runner. Helps that heart count go up, which we're already at 8 hearts. So, is that right? Did I count that right?
Okay. Desert is empty.
So unless there's something in Pendant Eastern, then Egga was the play. And yep,
Rob gambles Egga as well.
Yep, indeed.
Well, is it actually a gamble? So
It's not at this point. It's not.
You
So
have you
we
have
see
green item
green pendant
plus
on
green pendant left in
pod.
Eastern.
Yep,
And
green.
so okay.
Yeah, so there was only what three, possibly 4 items in Eastern. They know that even though they're 1 item away, that they know they both have that had that knowledge of mirror, and they're both at this point because the only option would be to dip a pendant dungeon rather than a crystal dungeon. That's why they made the play,
Yeah.
and it's the right one, right? Mirror is, excuse me, swamp is a crystal is required, so therefore the mirror is required. So,
Right. So gamble paid out.
Yep, gamble paid off.
And maybe it's our logical Dark World axis. So
Yep.
we have no gloves.
And then we saw Meyer and Palace Darkness have our other pendants, so we may not have to dip into Meyer. I would imagine these runners probably will dip into pot at some point, just with the density of items there. But we will see.
Ticknaldo is setting up a very seldom kind of hula-hen, I guess. I don't know how it works, but it works. So now he's in the rupee room.
Huh.
Can you explain how it works?
I've never seen that one.
Okay, I've seen it 1 or 2 times, but I don't know how it works in detail. So you have to bonk the tree, the apple tree, a few times, and then run into the pit hole. But don't ask for details.
Nope. That, as much as I've seen runs done and played, that is something that I do not know. I know how to do the hula hand either without the flippers or the bomb slide into the
back of escape.
Yeah, into the back of escape, but
yeah. But they got flippers, and that means the hula hand setup with no flippers, where you enter the cave, and after that, afterwards you jump in the pit hole, doesn't work anymore because the flippers make that you don't reset.
Great. Yep. All right, here we go with Hype Cave.
Hype Cave, right? I'm excited. No, no, no. No hype today. Today.
No hype today, indeed.
Yes, and the setup with the apple tree is obviously a third kind of hula.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to look into that setup.
Right.
And I believe that tree only produces apples after you've Dark World access, so that would be, another thing to have to probably remember for that hula hand setup.
Oh, tempered on Stumpy. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're good.
Tempered and Blue Mail, of course, always make the games pretty easy, like a baby seat. So I guess there will no problems appear to beat this seat.
Now we have Tempered, Blue Mail, 8 Hearts. These runners are starting to have a pretty good setup for Ganon. Obviously, we hope we find silvers somewhere along the way.
As well.
Yep, 2 bottles. Just a 20 there from Dig Game, which Ticknaldo immediately says, no thank you.
Yeah, he is good on money. Oh, well, is he?
Yeah,
he needs a few more, but
he's
not too much.
Has he checked? He did our Zora check, right?
Oh, Ticknaldo, you can hammer there. Okay. Probably he's a little nervous.
Yep. Forgot he had his hammer there.
It's not too much of a time loss, but that hurts.
Yeah, there finally
Yeah.
remembers that he does
And
not
that you
have
can
the
do as
glove.
well because there's a rock too. Hey.
We
I
saw
guess
that.
he is pretty nervous.
We saw that yesterday from KA Day as well. Twice bonked that rock trying to get back to Catfish. So definitely, game threes are getting the better of these runners' nerves. Definitely understand that though, since we are in the semifinals of this tournament.
Yes, of course. I guess Rob J is as well nervous as well, but he's not doing that much mistakes so far. Execution-wise, it looks a little better.
Yep, and here is the predicted pendant pod dip. This early in the game, we don't really have any other spots that we can even get to. So I believe this is kind of one of the last things we have. Am I forgetting any checks that we can get to right now? Besides pod? Oh. Chat says front of swamp, but that's basically it. And nobody wants hookless swamp.
And then we found bombos.
All right, we do have pendant Eastern as well. So, but density-wise, pendant pods the play. And with that, Bombos there, we have a bow-locked pod today.
Do you think they go to hammer if there's an item on it?
It depends on what else they find here. If they find progression, then they're gonna skip out on Helma. The only reason they might not is because it's the green pendant and would give them 2 items. But it really comes down to progression.
I guess it's possible as well that they finish the dungeon, expect hammer, mirror to Eastern, and if Eastern is empty as well, then turn to Helmer and take the 1-2 minutes to get the item on him.
Yeah.
At least it seems pretty effective.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine that we're gonna find some sort of progression here. This dungeon is fully in logic, with lamp and hammer, so. Oh, it's like stream may just have crashed on us.
Keys, and more keys.
You still there, Mahoney?
I'm still there. You don't hear me? Chat, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. I think Rocky has little issues. So for the next few moments, I will do the commentary by myself. So, and I ask if they go to Helmer or not instantly, but both do. Oh, nice bomb strats by Tiki. Oh, he kills Helmer's entire mask with the bombs. I guess you need 4 or 5 if all of them hit. And just 20 bucks. And you see, Rob entered the room a little earlier than Tiki, and Tiki defeated Helmer a little earlier. So the bomb strat works. But nothing on Helmer, just 20 bucks. And now I guess both of them will mirror, yes, and enter Eastern for the next pendant. Also full clearable, fully in logic. And now let's see what's in it. And what can they do after that if there's nothing in? I guess water check has been nothing. Desert area was only Brumale in desert itself. And after that, I guess Swamp is all we got. And Green Pendant, of course. Green Pendant turn-in. Vicky here, Vanilla. And the last items on the boss. Oh, Tiki missed his quick kill. And in Eastern as well, no progression. And I start to wonder when we maybe get a glove. So we are 36 minutes in and no glove yet. Oh, flute on green pendant. Very nice. What does it open? Nothing. Ah, the mountain. Yes, of course. They don't have gloves, so the mountain is open now. And Hera is a crystal, so now the runners will immediately go to the mountain, I guess. After activating, of course. And at least full clear Light Death Mountain. Right, pet intensifies. All we need for pet now are 2 gloves and a Samaria. Well, still 3 items. Maybe we will see a pet. Maybe not. And now Tiki is doing his water checks, which he hasn't done yet. And this means Rob is a little ahead. $50 on Old Man. So progression on Ether tablet? Question mark. Yes, we found our first gloves. And Rob J is entering Hera. Let's see what it has for us. Well, unfortunately, Rob don't has a hookshot, but if he had, he could rush this dungeon very fast with Herapod and stuff like that. I could imagine that Ticknaldo maybe feels a little behind, but don't know why he would. But if he does, it's possible that he skips Hera until he can go mode it and combine it with Ganon's tower later. It's a very common... Oh, our second glove in Hera. Our mids. So that means both runners can almost entirely clear the Death Mountain. Besides hookshot caves, unless they can hover. And I know Ticknaldo can hover. And let's see if he skip Hera. I don't think so, but it's possible. Okay, he doesn't. Ooh, Fire Rod on Floating Island. Runners have access because they have the mirror. And mid. And Fire Rod opens Skullwoods. And also open now is Desert boss, but no items left in Desert. And slowly we can start to think about what we need for go mode. I guess there are only 3 items left, and that is the Hookshot, Fire Rod, Ice Rod, and Sumaria. Maybe Ether. We will see in a few moments. No, it's quick. So no more medallions required. Probably. Of course, it's possible that something is in Mire, and Mire needs Ether. But not for the crystal dungeons. Okay, and now let's see if Rob can hover. And it seems at least he tries. Good luck. First try. Nice. And he got a red mail. So now this chest he can bunk. And another hover. Good luck again.
Mahoney, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yay,
and
I'm
did
back.
that as well. Yeah, nice, Rocky.
Literally,
so glad you're back.
My internet crashed. We have like really good internet, like never had this problem before, and of course, halfway through this race, I just literally go dead. I thought stream died.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. I tried to commentate alone the first time I'm doing a commentary at all in a foreign language.
I'm sure
I hope it was halfway okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, to get you back, we got mitts, gloves and mitts on the mountain. We got fire rod on floating island. We got information Turtle Rock is Quake, so no more medallions required. Yeah, and the last, the items we need for Go mode is Maria, Ice Rod, and Hookshot.
There you go. That is a great recap. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
I'll try to get my screen set back up here so I can see everything.
So, and now the mountain is empty, besides Turtle Rock. And that means Rob J, with his new gotten fire rod, heads immediately towards Galwoods.
Where did you say Fire Rod was?
Fire rod was on Floating Island.
Okay.
And immediately runs into the back. That's the right play, I guess. Oh, skips even the... I don't know the room's name. The chest.
Yeah, that's the big key chest there that
Okay.
he skipped over, but not a surprise. This is a pretty standard thing we see top level runners do: is head straight to kill Mothula, and then clear the rest of the dungeon on the way back through. There's only a couple items here in Skullwood, so
Yeah, that entirely makes sense because he has to walk back the whole way because he wants to check bumper ledge and mirror checks. And so if he finds both items in the back of Skullwoods, so he don't need to open the chest at all, and that means he saves 10 or 15 seconds.
Yep, exactly. And we see Ticknaldo trying to hover, not being successful, and just noping out of that.
But nothing in Hookdot Cave but Red Mail.
So he won't be punished if he never goes back to it. Good.
No,
Good
it's
information.
even a time save for him.
Yep.
Maybe. And Ticknaldo is going to Spy Cave. I don't think Rob did that. Not sure, but don't think. And on Rob's side, down goes Mothula. Gives him some bombs and a crystal.
That was one item I didn't see what the first check was there.
In Skullwoods?
Yeah, in Skullwoods.
I didn't see as well. I was watching at Ticknaldo.
Right, chat,
Or
tracker, you gonna help us out here?
And we get a pet check.
And chat says it was a small key, so we are still looking for one item.
Okay, pet. What can we have on pet? A little piece of love.
About the only thing it could have been.
Well, Ice Rod possible.
It could have been. It could have been Hookshot.
And Hookshot as well.
Yep, could have been either one of those, I guess. So.
Yes. But nothing.
Technically second. Spike wasn't even in logic. For Spike to be in logic, they need the Cane of Burna. They kind of brute force their way through it. With Cape, with a bottle, but technically for it to be in logic, you have to have the cane.
Are you sure that Cape is not sufficient?
Correct. Cape is not sufficient.
Okay.
I did not know, and I will say this: I did not know that until I listened to a couple high-level commentators talk about this a few weeks ago. Because I always thought the Cape did put it in logic.
Yeah, I thought as well.
So.
And it would make sense if it does. But okay.
Yeah.
Don't question rando logic.
Nope. Don't question random logic. And you can see Dr. Earworm says no cape does put it in logic. But I don't remember why they said, but yeah. Oh, there is our Queen of Samaria. Alright, so we are 2 items away from go mode now.
Now we see Thief's Town. 4 items in here. Crystal as well. Oh, Tiki may be here with a little problems at Modular. No, does it? Just looked a little odd. And he gets hit 3 bombs as well. And by now, I guess Tiki is a lot behind. Not too much, so he's still in the race, but I guess it's 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Mm.
Let's see if he's gonna do a ped check here. He is.
Yeah. 2 minutes and Spiral Cave. 2 minutes behind and Spiral Cave ahead.
Right, nothing so far in Thieves Town.
Let's see what the attic has for us. A hole. And rupees.
Full heart container in the chess game. Ticknaldo now up to 12 hearts. More than enough.
Yes, of course. I don't think both runners will run into any issues. No.
Here's Ticknaldo entering to Thieves Town. And like I said, he is. I missed that 15 minutes for checks, but like you said, looks like Ticknaldo is a little bit behind at this point. Can make up sometime depending on routing and things like that.
The last item is on blind. Let's see if he succeeds the blind script. I always fail it.
Same. I always fail it.
Yeah. Phase 1 and 2 go good, and after that I have to survive anyhow. But not our runners. They do pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Perfect blind script there.
We can do a tutorial movie about this.
Alright, yeah, and just chat points out Rob did pick up some time by not checking any of the chests in Skullwoods. Heading straight into the Village of Outcasts. And he did some checks prior to coming in here that more than likely we'll see Rob do on the way out. So, yeah.
Nothing in brewery. Hmm.
All right. See the start of Smith chain here and hammer pegs. Let's see what the Smiths have for us today.
Money return.
Yep. Give them $10, they give you a return of 20.
Do you think Ticknaldo feels behind?
The way that Ticknaldo looks like he's playing it, I think he feels like he's probably a little bit behind, yeah. You get an hour in. Don't think you can be that far behind, but you know, it's
Well,
I think at this level of runners, I think it's just kind of natural to feel behind.
yes, of course. As runner, you always feel behind, but in this case, this heat so far was pretty linear, I guess.
Yep.
But he made this little mistakes here and there. You know, this indecisions. It is a word, indecision?
Yep, indecision. Yep, you're right.
It's right, red. Okay.
Yep.
Felt a little wrong. Yes, and here and there, and yeah, you see here a bonk, there a bonk, and it sums up.
You already checked. Oh, he hasn't checked that.
There's his Mario.
Yep, he gets his Mario. Now we'll see. We'll see if he gains some time by heading straight to Ice Rod versus doing some of these overworld checks, but he's not. Looks like he's going to check maybe Bumper Cave. Yep.
I'm pretty sure he will combine it with the mirror checks. Well, I'm wrong again.
Yeah,
oh, no.
he's got the mirror
No,
out.
I'm not wrong.
Nope, you're not.
He just took another route I would do. But his route is, of course, better.
Yes, Swamp is needed, crazy. It is a pendant.
Swamp is a crystal.
Crystal, that's what I meant. Red crystal, yes, it's a 5/6, so... You can tell I got thrown off with that internet outage.
Yes, because we had that mirror discussion earlier.
Yeah, red. So the 5/6 crystals we call are the red crystals, and they open up Pyramid Fairy. And it is one of those.
Nothing on graveyard ledge.
So these mirror checks, not paying out for Ticknaldo.
And that brings him even further behind, I guess.
Yeah, so he's desert.
I don't think Rob will do them.
No, I don't think so either. But I mean, if he's depends on what finds and what he ends up hunting for. And this is our first foray into the Mire area, correct?
Yes.
Is that Quake that I saw there?
I didn't pay attention.
And chat confirms that was Quake.
So
That's
that
a full...
means these are not required at all.
Yep. Nope. So we have a full clearable Mire, not that we need to go into it. As we get our ether tablet there on Rob's side in Ice Rod, in Ice Palace.
Oh, Ticknaldo hasn't touched desert at all yet.
No, he
So he's
hasn't.
more far behind than I thought.
Yeah.
Do you see he can come back any?
Unfortunately, he's falling. Like you said, he's starting to fall further and further behind.
Yeah.
He's got 3 crystals. We've got 3 crystals on both sides, but it comes down to a roll check. Like you said, Rob's already touched desert. When he gets back there, all he has to do is head to the back for boss kill. Lenmo's not going to be any concern with the loadout that they have, so
only upside for Tiki is he has not to double it, but actually it doesn't really matter at desert.
Yeah, no.
If you have to
really
double
not.
dip, you take your flight point, run over, and you're there.
Yep. All right, so that is crystal number 4 on robjbeasley's side. He is headed to the mire area. Imagine he'll be headed straight to the back of desert after he checks to see what's in Mire Shed. That was a nice mirror transition straight into the back of desert there. Always enjoy that.
Well, the question is, what will Rob do after this? I don't think there are a lot of checks left. Which we haven't seen.
Right. He's got all those overworld checks that we've already seen. He's got purple chest. He did purple chest. I don't know. He's either gonna. I don't know if you dip Mire at this point or if you head to Swamp. And dip Swamp. You can get in. You can do a number of checks. It's you'd have to hope that you find hookshot in Swamp at this point. But it's either that or dip Mire.
Yeah, it's a very rough decision. Well, I guess Tiki after this will immediately head to ice.
That's what I would do if I was in his situation. Would be to head to ice, full clearable.
Well, in his situation, I already would be in ice right now. But okay.
Yeah,
I don't know why he don't goes for a full clearable crystal dungeon.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of overworld checking.
Yes. Maybe is this a kind of gamble maybe? So he hopes for go mode on the overworld so he can go mode ice?
Must be.
Yeah.
If we get to chat with him after the race, we'll have to ask him that.
Yes, we have. He even has Somaria, so he can do ice very, very fast. Well. So I could understand if he says, I'm waiting for Somaria to save this 1-2 minutes. But...
Alright, let's see where robjbeasley is headed. Alright, so he's headed to do these overworld checks that we've already seen, so we're going to start giving time back to Ticknaldo here.
Well, while both runners just mirror what the other runner did, Now a little shout out to our tracker, who is, I guess, it's Fishing Boo. Thank you for tracking. Is it
Yeah.
Fishing Boo?
Yep, you are correct. Thank
Good.
you. Big thank you for Fishing View. Go ahead and drop them a follow. Show them the love. Also, while we have a minute here, let's remind everybody to drop follows to both these wonderful runners, robjbeasley and Ticknaldo, putting on an excellent game 3 in this semifinal match today. Also, big shout out to my fellow commentator Mahoney.
And of course to my fellow commentator, Rocky. Thank you very much.
Yes. All right. So, nothing much new going on here. These runners are tightening up time-wise. Has Catfish been checked? The answer is no.
No, Ticknaldo tried, but then there were no gloves. And then he mirrored and tried to check Zora.
Oh, and we
Had
have
no mirror
a
at first.
mushroom turn in here as well.
Oh right, we got mushroom. Entirely forgot about that. And there's a hook
there it
shot
is.
on the mushroom. Holy moly.
Yeah, that is huge.
Ooh, that is
All right,
very
so
good.
robjbeasley is going to go ahead and check Catfish while he's here. After that, I would imagine that he's headed straight to Swamp Palace.
Yes. And if there's no progression in Swamp, he will immediately head towards left side Swamp, I guess, at this point of on the game.
Yeah, I don't think you skip left side at this point.
No.
For one item.
So you have okay, maybe if there's one item only left.
Yeah,
maybe then.
Yeah, maybe then.
But the alternative would be to go into Maya for 2 items at most. And
Or
so
to-
the
or to-
item time ratio is much better on left side Swamp in this scenario, I guess.
Yep.
I could imagine he walks immediately there. So without before he killed the boss. But no, he wouldn't do that.
Alright. Rob accidentally fluting to 5. Fluting to back to 4 now. And headed into Swamp Palace. And at this point, Rob definitely in the lead. If Ticknaldo goes straight to check that. Mushroom next. Could follow quickly, but we'll see what Ticknaldo chooses to do after he clears the Ice Palace.
And Rocky, do you know what we are doing now?
Specky clip.
We are on an ice rod hunt.
Oh, you're right. We are on an ice rod hunt. Gotta love the classic ice rod hunts.
Yes. Well, what do you think? Is it on Laser Bridge or in the cave?
Ooh, Mimic Cave's a good bet. I'm gonna say something the runners would not want me to say, but I'm gonna say it's in Meyer.
Yes. Maya, of course, possible for the ice rod. And do you know what also is possible for the ice rod? You mentioned it before, but I want to repeat it.
What's that?
Pet.
Pet's dead.
Pet is dead. We checked Pet, right?
Pet was just a little piece of love.
Okay.
So yeah, we are quickly running out of spots where it could be, but still quite a number. And we do see on Ticknaldo's side, he did go ahead and check that mushroom and headed straight to Swamp Palace.
Yes, and that means the runners are not that far. Ticknaldo is not that far behind. Still a little bit, and he goes for Bombo's tablet check as well.
Have we seen this
Which
deck yet?
could be huge if Ice Rod is on it. If Ice Rod is on it. But not too huge because I'm pretty sure Rob J will do that after Swamp immediately.
Trying to get that diver down. There's our big key.
Did you count items?
I know we've seen map, big key. Don't think we've seen the compass yet, so yeah, there's definitely going to be items on left side. We'll see what our boss here has for us.
Oh, look at this quick hill. Execution 10 of 10. Ah, 9 of 10.
Just missed it.
Yeah. Do you know how that works?
Nope.
Oh,
I see top runners do it, and I have no idea how they, what the technique is there.
Yes, I tried it a few times, but and there's our Ice Rod. robjbeasley now is in go mode on 1 minute 10 and 30 seconds. Yes.
All right, Ticknaldo's not going to be that far behind here. Let's hope he, for his sake, he doesn't check left side swamp and goes straight to the back as well.
But in total, everything went pretty bad for Ticknaldo. So the good he hit the seed yesterday, the bad he hits the seed now. So this order of checks and now this the Bombos tablet he did before and not afterwards. But there is still comeback potential. Because there's always a Ganon's Tower and sometimes the big key hides.
Yeah.
Pretty odd.
Yeah, he's going to be probably 2.5 minutes behind here. Getting into his go mode, so at this point, it's not insurmountable, but the odds are starting to fall away here.
Yes.
Somebody in chat said that he has 6 streams up and watching his facial expressions and not happy about Ice Rod location.
I
He's
can feel him.
a little bit ahead of us, obviously, on his stream, but yeah, I would imagine that he's not happy. And indeed, 1 hour, 12 minutes, 33 seconds. We have Ticknaldo into go mode. So indeed, just over 2 minutes behind.
Yes.
Right, compass and small key there on right side of PR. And there's our big key. Right. Nice play there in change jump room. I wonder where silvers are. That is the big question right now.
Do you rather like to see Ganon fight with silvers or without silvers?
I mean, runners obviously would prefer, with.
Yes, runners of course prefer silvers. But I mean as a viewer.
I think as a viewer without, just because it creates a little bit more intrigue.
Well, I love to see it without because then I can learn the patterns a little more.
Yeah, I've tried to learn the patterns and learn a little technique. I mean, it's just really timing, right? You have to learn exactly when to spin after fire bat. The hardest thing is just doing it consistently for the number of hits that's required. So
we need to mention the runners skip lava chest and big chest, and there's a small possibility that there's small keys in both of them. I guess it's a 3% chance.
correct. There's a 3%.
And if that is the case, the runners have to full clear laser bridge, and after that run back, get at least exactly one small key to go to the boss.
Yep, they'll have to go back to the big key chest, and see if there's and get the key there. That means that laser bridge would be a key for, I believe, a key for key, but I don't remember or a lava chest. So yeah, it's a 3%. Let's see if it'd be huge if Ticknaldo checks laser bridge or checks the big key. And that's the play, and robjbeasley
There it is.
does that, but no 3% today.
But even if not, I don't think it would be a big deal because both runners will skip both chests.
Yeah.
So if you're that unlucky, you pretty much know, okay, my opponent is that unlucky as well.
Yeah, I've called a couple races. I've called a couple races where we've had that 3%. And yeah, both times, both runners have done that. So, all right, we're gonna get quick. We're gonna try to get 1.5 cycle here.
Lucky, after Trinix is down, we have to play a little game.
Indeed, we'll start seeing numbers pop up there once we have our 7th crystal, and those numbers are going to represent where the big key is in Ganon's tower, between 1 and 22.
Can you tell what is on the line today?
We have some fake internet points and infinite rando from ALTTPR.com. All right,
nice.
7th crystal is down. 1 hour, 17 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's get those. Let's see those numbers.
Absolutely worth price today.
Do you have a number that you would like to guess there, Mahoney?
Well, let's do 21.
21. All right. I always pick number 8.
Okay.
So let's see. All right. Guessing closes when the screen goes black. So if you want to get a guess in, get it in quick. We just have a second. We have somebody guessing it's on the torch. A couple more guesses in and close. So LS Unguided, you are the last guess in this guessing game today.
So Rob J immediately heads towards Hope Room for the safety.
Number 1, number 2.
All right, we have to count, right?
We have to count. Yep. I find it easier to just kind of count along, because then once I get deep, I'm like, wait, what number was that again?
As always.
Right. That's number 3. We do have a small key on the torch today. And we have Ticknaldo in Trinix fight on his side, picking up
4,
his 7th crystal.
5. I stopped counting loudly.
All right, you're good.
There it is. Okay, it's
7.
7, I guess.
Yep, number 7, and we play by Price is Right rules. So closest without going over. Congratulations to our tracker, Fishing Boo. At number 5, you are the closest without going over. Congratulations.
GG. And now I guess we have to play another game. That means how many times Rob J has to fall down on Gannon to make this race close again?
Yeah.
I guess it's 2 times, 3 times?
I would say probably 2 times.
Okay.
I have seen I've seen it like once this tournament maybe where a runner has got bounced. And I mean it was he thought he was gonna lose. He was lucky that he was just far enough ahead, that he didn't, but you could see I was watching his screen when his face screen cam when it happened, and you could just see like the horror on his face when he fell.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that.
So it is, even with these top runners, it's always possible.
Yes, of course.
All right, we have Ticknaldo.
Not very likely, but it's still possible.
We have Ticknaldo into Ganon's Tower. He's also going to go Hope left. So it's picking up no time save here.
But I guess that means he can't feel too much behind, right?
I mean, I think
otherwise you would full clear one side, or wouldn't you?
No, I mean, there was no small key. There was no small key for them to go full right. So you had
or full left, of course.
So you had no choice but to go Hope left.
So I thought you go Hope room to make sure that your opponent didn't went full right, or was about to go full right, and then found the key in Hope room very fast while you are doing left side. Isn't it like that?
I mean, everybody just kind of has everybody has their preferred methods.
Okay.
If there'd been a small key on the right side, because there wasn't one, correct? There was 2 items. If there'd been a small key on the right side, may have seen runners go full right. But Hope left is, without a small key.
And I don't understand Rob J here. He opens some chests for silvers maybe, but others not.
Yeah, he's doing just a couple quick checks here for silver. So that chest he wanted.
Yeah, but he left the 2 chests in the room before he left first.
Yeah,
and validation chest as well. Okay.
Yep, it's I don't know why certain runners check certain chests when they're doing it, but I've kind of just learned to those are the chests they're gonna check, and those are the ones they're skipping. So
okay. Maybe they have a dice on their table. And, if it's they dice, and if it's even they open, and if it's odd they don't.
All right, so that was a nice double there on Rob's side. Just a single there, unfortunately. Looks like he was set up right. 1, 2, another double. Very nice. No, Mister, the Mister. There's no rhyme or reason. Silvers could literally be in any chest that we haven't opened yet. What is nice is that Ganon will tell us where silvers were. At least generalized here once we get to that phase of the fight. I'm guessing Meyer.
I'm guessing. I would guess Maya as well, but you already did. So I take Mimic Cave.
So that's gonna if it's the Mimic Cave, he'll say Overworld or he'll say Dark World.
Yes.
No, Mimic Cave is
Light World.
It's Light World.
That
I always think it's Dark World, but it's Light World. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's see how Ganon goes. I don't think there will be any issues occurring, but
nope. We had a nice 1 cycle there. That's going to be another nice one cycle. Getting through phases 1 and 2 into phase 3. Ganon.
Many warps.
Now, Ticknaldo making his way up Ganon's tower. Alright, so he is going to check these chests looking for
did I
silvers.
jinx? Oh, I did.
Picks up 2 more full hearts. Ganon not playing nice today. And he says, "Did you find the silvers in my tower?" So, based on the checks that we've seen, looks like they were somewhere in the basement.
Missed it. Okay, I guess we have 3 hits in now. 3, 4.
Yeah, I always lose track here of the number of hits.
But this play looks pretty solid.
Yeah, he's playing this very well.
Yes.
Got somebody counting in chat for us saying that was.
And down goes Ganon.
All right, get your GGs in chat for Rob J. Beasley as he moves on to the finals of the Casual Boots Tournament 2023.
Okay. I'm glad you talked because I was about to do some silly bridge jokes. Okay.
Right, we have an official race time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, 28 seconds. And we're going to go ahead and watch Ticknaldo go ahead and defeat Ganon on his side. It's been a fantastic race by both runners.
Yes, it was.
Let's see, count his hits here. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's cycle 1. On to phase 2. Very nicely done. Only 3 hearts there. On 2.5 hearts there on Ticknaldo's side. See if he uses potion if he has one. Refill both his magic and his hearts. Has that torch out though for torch. Get that, or has the lamp out to get his torch glitch. Does get it there. Nicely done. It just spins to win here for Ticknaldo. Getting closer.
And Rob joined us.
Yes, Rob, we're just finishing up watching Ticknaldo's side here. Making good work again. And he is down. GG's to Ticknaldo. Get those GG's in chat.
GG's.
Fantastic race.
GG.
And we have a official race time for Ticknaldo, 1 hour, 27 minutes, 56 seconds. All right, Rob, congratulations on your win and your advancement to the grand finals for Casual Boots Tournament.
Yeah.
GG.
Thank you. Obviously, made the final last year and hoping to go one better this time, but we'll see what happens.
So you definitely made some good plays there. What did you think about that ice rod location?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wasn't really sure how to feel at the time. Obviously, that the ice rod's just in the path at that point, so it's kind of fine. But yeah, I wasn't sure. There were a couple of things there that I was uncertain about. Obviously, I put a bunch of time into Eastern that didn't pay off. Was really happy to find the flute on Green Pendant, obviously. If that hadn't been there, then I've just, like, full cleared Pod and Eastern for no value, and I don't think I can win at that point, but
Yeah, Ticknaldo also full cleared pod in Eastern.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine our routes were quite similar, given that the times were somewhat close.
Yeah, the big difference I think was some overworld checks that Ticknaldo did that you didn't. Things like that. Unfortunately, my internet crashed. So I lost about 15 minutes of your race time. So,
Nice.
but yeah. What other thought? Did you have any other thoughts about how your race went here?
Yeah, obviously, like there's the other big item there was the hook shot, which is a thing that we could have had a lot earlier, and it's like at that point I don't know how early you want to go there, but I knew it's a thing I could have missed out on for a while. And then yeah, those South Dark World checks were a little scary. I had like obviously I had the chance to do them straight after Aghanim, but I didn't have I knew that mirror was accessible, so I didn't want to walk past K45 without the mirror. So I skipped Dig Game and Stumpy at that point, and then after Village of Outcasts, I basically had the choice between doing those checks or like Smith Chain Purple Chest and Flute Away. I didn't want to do both because I knew I had dungeons I could beat. So yeah, I left behind 3 checks that were pretty accessible, and if any of them had anything, it's pretty bad news.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I think kind of at that point, I think you were both kind of you can tell that you were both playing for skips and hoping that you made the right skip. And you have lucky for you, you did. But yeah, that mushroom pickup, that late hook shot, that hurt both of you. You kind of both picked it up in the same order after Ice Palace. So yeah, really, really similar play on both sides. So
If that Ice Rod hadn't been on Argos, things would have gotten pretty ugly from that point on as well. Like, obviously at that point you've got do you dip Turtle Rock, or do I clean up those overworld checks I left behind for ages, or do I do Left Side Swamp? Like, there's just so many bad options at that point.
right, or Meyer would have been another bad
Yeah,
option.
Meyer on the table too.
Yeah, we were having those discussions as you went into that boss fight, and then of course it didn't matter as Ice Rod was just there waiting for you in your path. So Mahoney, did you have any questions or any observations you wanted to make on this race?
No more questions. Just wishing all best for the finals.
Thank you.
All right, well, I think that probably about wraps it up for us here on SpeedGaming 6. Please, again, make sure you go drop a follow for robjbeasley and for Ticknaldo, both great runners. And keep an eye on SpeedGaming and main and SpeedGaming 2 through 6 for the grand finals. We'll see Rob J. Beasley versus Kaeda Day, excuse me. And we will hopefully see those sometime this week as the runners figure out schedules and get those set up.
Thanks for the comms.
Yes, you are very welcome. Enjoy your day, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.